Number two, the next question comes from Keeping It Strong Style, the young boy Josh Smith. Says Kenny is back from injury and suspension. With the trio series wrapping up and the Wrestle Kingdom match ended and reports of a potential Punk return, what would you personally like to see out of and for Kenny Omega going into 2023? I'm glad you asked. So, I think this ties into what I was saying earlier with MJF and Darby Allin. These guys have kind of been allowed to kind of grow into those top positions, and I think it's important to switch up the card enough to where new people are allowed to be tried for like a 6-month block at a time, right? With Kenny having that IWGP US title would be a way to kind of keep him in his own Kenny Omega division, kind of like it kept Mox in his own Jon Moxley division when he had that. It's booking protection to a certain stance, but we already are seeing I want to see them win the trios championships and stay in that trios and really make that solid up until probably about Double or Nothing. I would say would be a good run for the Bucks and Kenny to have those trios belts, and then the Bucks can break back off into tags. Kenny can break back into singles, and during that whole time, he can just be defending that U.S. belt, whether he's making an appearance in New Japan of America or taking it back to Japan itself or defending the belt in AEW. I want to see people, get imported for him to face. I want to see him against some of those guys that he hasn't faced. I don't want any rematches aside from Chris Jericho. I would love to see in Winnipeg for the U.S. title, Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega. I think they should write that in pen right now and start advertising it for the return to Winnipeg. But, it's going to be really hard for him to get that Wrestler of the Year. I'm sure Will Ospreay is not planning to take any days off. So between the years that Kenny Omega has really thrived, in my opinion, have been when he's got a chance to quote unquote rest in like tag situations, and he basically just comes in and acts like one of the cosplays as a great tag wrestler for like half or quarter of the year, and then he just fires off a bunch of singles matches against whoever, and that U.S. title is like kind of perfect for that. I would assume there's a big singles match at Forbidden Door, Dominion appearance. I wouldn't even put a G1 out of question. The only thing I would say is I don't think the schedule will allow Kenny to do a G1 at this point in AEW. He's gonna plant. I'm sure he's gonna be wanting to make up for a lot of the time that he missed from last year. So, final answer: trios run up until about Double or Nothing, while defending that U.S. title, most of the year, possibly getting into that AEW title scene around the All Out, and then with CM Punk. I mean, I don't know if he'll be back. A lot of people want that match. I'm not clamoring for it personally, but if it happens, cool. It'll do business, and it'll be something that a lot of people are looking forward to. I'm sure the promos would be excellent, and I think Kenny would surprise a lot of people as far as with his promo ability. But Punk obviously would be no slouch in that area. He would just really have to hold his own, and when it comes to the wrestling. And I am not a person that enjoys watching when Kenny Omega has to wrestle down to the level of his opponent. That I saw that enough when he wrestled Cody, but a lot of people want this match, so maybe another AEW championship at the end of the year, but I'm not like necessarily clamoring for that, although his performance at Wrestle Kingdom did make me think otherwise. I'll say that, but let's keep going.